Standing NATO Maritime Group 1 and Standing NATO Mine Countermeasures Group 1 have taken part in BALTOPS, the premier maritime-focused exercise in the Baltic region. According to Naval Striking and Support Forces, NATO Public Affairs, between June 7th to 16th of this year, air and maritime assets from 19 NATO allies and partner nations will participate in live training events that include air defense, anti-submarine warfare, maritime interdiction, and mine countermeasure operations. For the first time, this exercise will be commanded ashore by Naval Striking and Support Forces of NATO at its headquarters in Lisbon, Portugal, through its new Maritime Operations Center. To get in more detail about this particular information, let us begin today's defense updates of 9th of June 2020. Before beginning, I would like to introduce to you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. Every day I am reminding you that if you are preparing for various defense examinations including NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Indian Air Force, Airman Group X and Group Y, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram and directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can download our app from Google Play Store where you can have each and every defense related information, all sort of examination related study material and lecture content in your hands. Beginning with the first and foremost question of the day that I posted yesterday, that is on 8th of June 2020. The question was, which was the only Indian Navy ship ever lost in a combat? Which was the only Indian Navy ship ever lost in a combat? And most of you have answered this in a very good way in the comment section below. The answer for this is INS Kukri. INS Kukri was Type 14 Blackwood class frigate of Indian Navy and she was sunk off the coast of Diu in Gujarat by Pakistan Navy's Daphne class submarine Hangor on 9th of December 1971 during Indo-Pakistani War, and this was the first warship sunk in action by submarine since the Korean War, and this was also the first warship sunk in action, and we have this is the first warship sunk by in a war action from our country, and this remains the post-independence Indian Navy's only warship to be lost in war to date. And to get in more detail, this is what we would be seeing in the memorial that has been laid in Diu regarding this particular issue. This is known as INS Kukri Memorial. If you see in much more detail regarding here, it includes that this was a frigate of Indian Navy during the Indo-Pakistani War in 1971, and she fell prey to 3 torpedoes fixed on her by Pakistani submarine on 9th of December 1971. She sank 40 nautical miles off the coast of Diu, taking down with her a crew of 18 officers and 176 sailors. Captain Mahendra Nath Mulla, please remember the name of the captain is Captain Mahendra Nath Mulla. He was the captain who was leading this particular operation regarding the INS Kukri. So he was awarded posthumously the Mahavir Chakra, the second highest gallantry award of our country, and he was the commanding officer of the ship. He chose to go down with the warship. The act of Captain Mulla and his valiant crew is a shining example of unyielding spirit and indomitable courage, glorifying the highest traditions of the Indian Navy. Memorial, which depicts a model of the ship to scale, was inaugurated by Vice Admiral Madhavendra Singh, PVSM, AVSM, ADC. He was the flag officer commanding in chief of Western Naval Command in Mumbai. And this particular memorial is a tribute to the gallant officers and sailors who laid down their lives for our country, and may their souls rest in peace. Going on with the first and foremost important defense update is Indian Air Force inducts indigenous airborne rescue pod for isolated transportation. It is abbreviated as ARPIT. This pod will be utilized for evacuation of critical patients with infectious diseases, including COVID-19, from high altitude area, isolated and remote places. And the first prototype of this was developed at 3rd Base Repair Depot of Air Force, and it has undergone various modifications. The ARPIT utilizes high efficiency particulate air HEPA H13 class filters and supports invasive ventilation using transport ventilator. To get in more in detail about this particular information and what sort of features does ARPIT possess, you can go through our blog wherein which you have provided this in much more detail. Going on with the next important defense update is that Indian Navy commences evacuation of citizens from Islamic Republic of Iran under Operation Samudra Setu. This is being done from the port of Bandar Abbas from Iran, and it is being done through a of around 1,650 kilometers towards the port of Porbandar in Gujarat. And INS Shardul has been commissioned regarding this particular evacuation operation, and INS Shardul has evacuated Indian citizens on 8th of June 2020, that is yesterday, from the port of Bandar Abbas of Iran to Porbandar of Gujarat in our country. After disembarkation at Porbandar, the evacuated personnel will be entrusted to the care of all sort of state authorities. They will be kept under quarantine. Going on with the next important update is Egypt has sent M1A2 Abrams tanks and 6 Mi-24 attack helicopters to the Libyan border. The situation regarding the Libyan crisis is becoming much more worse, to say. Egypt on Saturday, it has unveiled a plan to end the years-long civil war in Libya in an initiative to be accepted by the commander of Libyan Eastern Forces that have suffered heavy losses in the recent weeks. International support for initiative, and it has been called on by the United Nations to invite Libya's rival administration for talks. Initiative called Cairo Declaration. This has been urged the withdrawal of foreign mercenaries. Who is a mercenary? A mercenary is that person who is a foreign soldier who is working in the that particular in some other country, in a foreign country, and this particular declaration has been urged so that all the mercenaries to be left out, to be leave the country as soon as possible. A much more detail will be provided to you, is provided to you in the blog and in the article section. Those who have subscribed to our SSB Crack exam, those who have paid for the courses there, for them also we are providing a PDF regarding this. You can download the PDF there in our app. So you can please download our app from Google Play Store, where you can have the PDF study material in your hands. Going on with the next important update is Russia and Turkey, they have reached an agreement for the delivery of new S-400 missile defense systems. Ankara and Moscow have agreed on the delivery of the second batch of S-400 anti-aircraft missile systems. The first batch of these has been delivered to Turkey by Russia in July 2019, and a second batch of these is also being agreed today, and a contract for which has been signed in 2017, that has been done in 2019. Now a new contract has been signed yesterday, and this is expected to be delivered by 2021 or 2022. Going on with the next important update is NATO launches massive maritime focused exercise Baltops 2020 in the Baltic region. This is the first and foremost extremely important defense update that we have to remember. This is being done close to the Russia in the Baltic Sea. Where it has been done, it is done in the Baltic Sea, sir. Please remember, please go through the geographical location of the Baltic Sea. You will understand how close is it to Russia. Between June 7th to 16th, this exercise is being conducted, and it includes air and maritime assets from 19 NATO allies. The list also I am providing it here. And all the partner nations will also participate in live training events, which include air defense, anti-submarine warfare, maritime interdiction, and mine countermeasure operations. For the first time, exercise will be commanded ashore by Naval Striking and Support Forces, NATO. You can abbreviate it as Strike for NATO. It has been headquartered in Lisbon in Portugal. Please remember, this has been headquartered at Lisbon in Portugal. And from this particular headquarters, the exercise will be commanded through its new Maritime Operations Center. To get in more detail, Baltops 2020 is divided into two different sea training phases. The first phase includes the Combat Enhancement Training, which is also known as the CET, and it includes the Force Integration Training, the FIT portion. The final tactical phase also includes the TACEX. Participating nations include Canada, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany. Remember, all 19 nations are included here. Germany, Greece, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, the Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Turkey, United Kingdom, and United States, with over 28 maritime units, 28 aircraft, and 3,000 personnel. That's it with this particular important defense update. You go through the blog so that we have given it in much more detail about what all different sorts of aircraft are included here, and why is this very strategically important, and what sort of thing is Baltops 2020 exercise and all. Going on with the next important defense update is Russian Air Force is buying new Su-34 fighter bombers. How many? 20 of the new Su-34 frontline fighter bombers are being done. The project has been signed by the Russia's defense ministry, to the Sukhoi Aircraft Company. Aircraft will integrate latest avionics suit developed under SAIC experimental design work, which was completed in 2019, and this project envisages installing underslung reconnaissance containers on Su-34 and many other new features. Next important defense update is India is working on 2 new roads in Ladakh amid border row. While the first is the strategic Darbuk Shiok Dalbat Bek Oldie DSDBO road that provides connectivity to the country's northernmost outpost, and the name of that outpost is Daulat Bek Oldie. Because we have a different sort of tensions with the Chinese people that we are building this particular road, and alternate road must also be built. So this second road is being built from Sasoma to Saserla, and this could eventually provide an alternative route to DBO near the Karakoram Pass. Sasoma Saserla road access is the southwest of the DBO road, and this road, which is the second road, the Sasoma Saserla, is very important one. Geographically it is very difficult for us to build, so the plans are being going on. Former Indian Army's Lieutenant General Huda sir has also commented upon this particular issue, and what he has commented and what all things are going on, what is the actual discussion is also there. You can download the PDF. In the PDF, the discussion has also been mentioned. Next important defense update is more news about Indo-China Ladakh border tension. After the 7-hour long ice-breaking meeting over the weekend, there hasn't been any activity at the 4 standoff points along the LAC, and after the however, there have been increasing Chinese chopper activity, and they claim that since the last 7 to 8 days, since the increasing Chinese chopper activity, they claim that all of these has been done to aid and to particularly provide those troops who are there, who have been deployed on various locations, as they claim. Next important defense update is the Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, he briefs our Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on the standoff situation in Ladakh. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh met Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat and all the 3 service chiefs on Monday to review the standoff situation at LAC in eastern Ladakh, and a plan is being drawn out to deal with situations and issues that continue to be a cause of concern for India, including all sort of situations at Ladakh. Now we'll have a very quick review of the topics we have discussed by discussing few important questions. The first and foremost important question is about the full form of ARPIT. The full form of ARPIT is Airborne Rescue Pod for Isolated Transportation. I repeat, it is Airborne Rescue Pod for Isolated Transportation. Next important question is Indian naval ship Shardul has evacuated Indian citizens on 8th of June 2020 from which port of Islamic Republic of Iran to Porbandar in Gujarat. So all of these are important ports in Iran. So the correct answer for this is port of Bandar Abbas. Next important question is Cairo Declaration urged the withdrawal of Daesh from all Libyan territory. It urged the withdrawal of all sort of mercenaries from the Libyan territory. Who is a mercenary? A mercenary is a foreign soldier working in that particular country on a contract basis. Which road axis is going to be on southwest of DBO and can act as an alternate route to DBO near the Karakoram Pass? The answer for this is Sasoma to Saserla road. Now we have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is what is the name of the project that was aimed to construct the naval base where INS Shardul was commissioned in 2007? I repeat, what is the name of the project that was aimed to construct the naval base? What is that naval base? That naval base was also responsible for the commissioning of INS Shardul in 2007. The answer for this I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this particular channel. Download our app from Google Play Store. And last but not the least, stay home, stay safe, and Jai Hind.